going on, guys? Welcome back, and I got another unboxing of some graded action figures. Finally, it's starting to slowly trickle in, but I'm really happy. This is some vintage Kenner Star Wars figures, all loose graded, and of course these are all graded by AFA, the Action Figure Authority. And this batch was supposed to be done by December, which is crazy, and here we are in February of the new year, so it did take a while, but it's a small batch. I got 5 figures. Like I said, they're loose graded, kind of all over the place, from Star Wars: A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and then of course the Return of the Jedi toy line. So let me just go ahead and show you what I got. And of course, if this is your first time on the channel, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, share this video. It really helps me provide more content for you guys, and it really helps the channel out. So let me go ahead and show you. And of course, these are going to still be in their poly bag. So here's the first one I got. The OG R2-D2, not with the sensor scope or anything like that, the solid dome as they call it, and really awesome there. So that was the first one right there that I got graded. The second one here, we got Bossk, really awesome figure there. Again, this is part of the Empire Strikes Back. The next one here is of course Han Solo in the indoor outfit, or with the the combat trench coat right there. So really awesome. As you can see right here, this is a very cool variant, and we'll talk about variants and stuff like that. And of course, like I said, that's part of the Return of the Jedi saga there. The next one here, of course, Darth Vader. I got a Darth Vader right here. Really awesome figure there. And so of course that's part of the original first 12, just like this guy right here. And of course the last one here, we got an AT-AT Commander. Really awesome. So those are the 5 figures. I'm trying to put them all right here on the same row right there. So like I said, man, they're still in their poly bag, so let me take them out of the poly bag, and then this way we could take a closer look at these awesome action figures, take a closer look at the label, and of course let's talk about some of the variants out there. Alright guys, so there they are out of the poly bag, looking absolutely gorgeous. As you can see right there, really super clean. I mean, these are freshly graded. Acrylic case looks really awesome. I always say this every time I get a batch from AFA, but I'm so glad that they started doing this etching, this the etching holder, the accessory holder right there on their cases, because I just having them taped off to the side looked really bad. I'm glad they started doing this, and it was a good thing. Yeah, they Collector Archive Services was doing it a while, I mean, from the get-go, but it's really nice to actually to see AFA catch up and start doing that. But I love it, man. Sometimes I want to take my old ones, send them back to AFA so they can re-case them just for that purpose, because I just love seeing the accessories. So I'm gonna go ahead and start off with this little guy right here, R2-D2. And so here we got R2-D2, of course, part of the first 12 figures that came out in the Star Wars: A New Hope saga. And this is a Hong Kong. Let me show you the label. So this is a 1977 Kenner Star Wars loose action figure, Hong Kong, country of origin, R2-D2, with the overall score of 75 plus, so excellent plus / near mint score. So really awesome figure. And like I said, this is a very common figure. The Hong Kongs are very common. And when it comes to grading, man, the sticker, the sticker is just, man, they're always notorious for bringing down your grade when you're getting figures graded. So here it looks nice. It's pretty intact in the front. It looks pretty good, I'm not gonna lie, but it is a little discoloration. And then of course on the back here there are a couple marks there, and so that kind of brought the score down. And there's a little bit of blue paint right there on the dome coming off. But overall, man, when you're getting figures graded and they have stickers, that's always gonna affect the grading, the overall grading. So just keep that in mind. But like I said, man, this is a normal, very common figure. There are variants out there, of course, and when I'm talking about variants, I'm just going to be sticking to US Kenner variants, just because I don't want to get into the whole international one. That's just it's crazy, man. It's just, there's so much, and it's so hard to keep up with it. But so when I'm talking about variants, I'm just talking about the the Kenner stuff that was released here by Kenner. And so there is two, I want to say there is 2 main variants with the Hong Kong. You do have this regular Hong Kong version right here that you see in front of you, and then you do have one with the dark blue Dome. Now that one's you know, it's I don't see it out there in the wild that often, but there is one, and that's pretty sought out too. Of course, that one kind of mimics the Taiwan you know, country of origin R2D2, which the dome's a little bit darker, and then of course the little blue stripes here on the legs are darker, and then of course there is a no country of origin that goes for a premium price there. So you do have a R2D2 with no country of origin. Very interesting. And then of course, you know, you do have one with the factory error. It's not really a true variant. I do have one. It has a dimple right there. Just, I don't know what happened, but it's definitely a factory error. I do have that in my collection. I do have a focus collection on the droids, so R2D2 and C3PO. So I already have a Hong Kong, so it's really nice to get another one here. But overall, not a bad piece. And like I said, man, there are variants out there, but the dark blue Hong Kong is the sought out one, and then of course they know country of origin it is very, very sought off. And then you do have baggies, which you know, if you're looking for like the early bird, man, the bag ones, they go for a lot of moolah. So that could be very, very expensive. So there's R2D2, man. So the next one here is Bossk, which is a very cool figure. You know, he first appeared into, you know, the action figure scene as a secret action figure, as a mail away promotion, which was kind of like the first time he appeared. And then he came out carded on a 31 back, so that was pretty cool. But there he is, man. He does have his V10 micro grenade launcher, really nice. You can see that's a you know, your nice iconic, you know, translucent blue weapon right there. That's really cool. Let me show you the label here. So this is a 1980, so this is part of the Empire Strikes Back saga. Kenner Star Wars loose action figure, Hong Kong country of origin, Bossk with the olive head slash gloss paint. This one received an 80, so near mint score, so really awesome. There are a variant where you have an orange head and then you have gloss paint, or you have flat paint. So those are like the two, like, you know what I'm saying, like the variants between the figures, where the paint of the head, and then you have gloss paint or you have flat paint. So there's one of them right there. So absolutely gorgeous, really clean, super clean. So this one received an 80. That's a really good score right there. The next one here as indoor, you know, Han Solo in the indoor outfit, or what they label it as Han Solo in the trench coat right there. And of course he has his DB 17 blaster right there, his blaster pistol right there. So really cool. He does have that nice soft goods trench coat right there. Now there is a variant with the trench coat, and then there's a variant with actually Han Solo here. So let me show you the label here. So this is a 1984, so this is part of the Return of the Jedi saga, Kenner Star Wars loose action figure, no country of origin, Han Solo trench coat, plain lapel, and then of course he's got the pale face. Now the lapel, of course, is this part right here, right? So you do have one that's plain, and then you do have one that actually has the same camouflage pattern on it. So those are the two variants right there with that coat. So you're gonna have it with just plain, you know what I'm saying, no camouflage. As you can see, it goes pretty much all the way around, and then you're gonna have one that has the camouflage pattern that's gonna continue on all the way around. So you do have those two variants. And then with Han Solo himself, he does have of course two variants where he has the pale face, and then he's got a pink face. So those kind of intermix with each other. So those are the variants right there with this guy right there. But really awesome figure right there, and it's really cool to actually see him. I was gonna say with AFA, you know, they pretty much have their, if they have soft goods or whatever they're wearing, it's just pretty much on the figure and displayed just like this. You know, Collector Art Care Services could do something a little bit different, where they can actually have this coat off to the side right there displayed. It looks really good actually, it actually looks really good when you have the Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker with the coat off to the side. It looks pretty dope. So so just something to think about when if you got anything with the soft good, like a coat or anything like that, or some kind of, you know, robe or whatnot. They could do that with Collector Arcade Services. AFA is just pretty much going to do this, and that's pretty much it, and they're just going to call it a day. So the next one here, Darth Vader. Really dope figure, man, and of course part of the first 12 there. He's got his lightsaber there. No letter on the hilt on this one right there, but usually you do have a variant. Well, there's, you know, pretty much three variants. You got one, you know, just the pretty much the lightsaber itself. You do have a variant where you have a letter onto the hilt right there, and you know, you'll have like a single letter, or you have a double letter, and of course the sought out, you know, early bird special, which is you know, the double telescoping lightsaber, which goes for quite a lot of money. But here we go. So this is a 1977, you know, Kenner Star Wars loose action figure, Hong Kong, country of origin, Darth Vader. This one received an 80, so near mint score. Really nice. As you can see right there, he does have the black vinyl cape, which is really nice. Super clean, no, you know, there's no tears or anything like that, and you know, pretty much it's a really clean figure. As you can see now, Darth Vader has a lot of variants, a lot. He's got pretty much like 5 Hong Kong variants, just Hong Kong variants, and then he's got like, there's like 1 Taiwan, and then there's about like 5 variants with the no country of origin. So pretty much, to break it down, with the Hong Kong, the main variance with the Hong Kong, within the Hong Kong, okay, is that on his head right here, this head sculpt right here, it's either black like this, right, and then you do have a gray head. And how you could notice the difference is well, you'll see like it's a little bit lighter than this guy right here. And then another thing too is at the back of his helmet right there, he'll have like a little hole, like a little notch, and so right there you have a pretty much a gray head variant. Now another one is pretty much the torsos. You'll have like a matte, you know, colored torso, or you'll have a glossy painted torso. There's also the Hong Kong where the country of origins it's a lot larger than your typical regular, you know, Hong Kong stamp and whatnot, and so pretty much that's what you have. And then you'll have one variant where it's got kind of like 2 variants, well actually 3 all together with the Hong Kong. So you have the large country of origin, you'll have a glossy paint, and then you'll have the gray head. So just that alone, you'll have 5 within the Hong Kong country of origin variants. Now when it comes to Taiwan, you really just have one where it's just a glossy paint. That's pretty much it. And so there's just 1 Taiwan country of origin, and then there's 5 no country of origin. Pretty much those you'll just have no country of origin, where pretty much it's kind of like scratched out, or you might see partial of it. And then there is one with the raised bar, kind of like a raised bar China variant, a raised bar China country of origin. Well, you'll have a raised bar with the empty bar, so there has one variant. But within those no country of origin variants, they're pretty much the same thing. They kind of go with the torso. You know, you have a glossy or a matte, or you'll have a glossy torso, but then you'll have, you know, matte limbs and stuff like that. So it's really with the paint and everything like that. There's not really anything crazy, mostly with the paint. I would say the biggest variant with him is that gray head, and then of course his lightsaber. I would say there's more. I don't think I've ever seen him AFA annotate like gloss paint or anything like that. I don't even think I've seen AFA put gray head. Mostly what they'll do is they'll just annotate the variant on the lightsaber. So they'll say letter, you know, JJ on hilt or whatever, or double telescoping, whatever. But I have not seen them where they get really super in depth with the country of origin. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. So it's kind of interesting. But there is you know, Darth Vader. And then of course the last one here is of course the AT Commander. Now this guy right here, really awesome figure, really cool. He's got some crazy variants with his eyes, and I'll talk about that. But there he is. He's got his little DB-17 blaster pistol right there, and I'll show you the label. And this is part of the Empire Strikes Back also saga. But this is a 1980 Kenner Star Wars loose action figure, country of origins Hong Kong, AT Commander, and this one again received an 80, so that's a near mint score. So really good score. And with this guy right here, so okay, so Hong Kong, let's start out with Hong Kong. So the Hong Kong pretty much has they got a multiple variants. One is, which I'm kind of like interested that they didn't do this, but you'll have a variant where he has straight eyes. Okay, so you're gonna have straight eyes, and then a little bit pudgier. So this right here would be considered, I think this is the straight eyes. And then you have more of a curved eyes on the face, but he has a thinner face. So looking at this one, I want to say this is more of the straight eyes than the curved eyes, because his cheeks, his face looks a little bit more chubbier for the straight eyes. And then when you have the curved eyes, he has a little bit of a thinner face. Now there's other things that associate with the variants, and that's with the belt, and of course the little kind of, not like, it's not a backpack, but it's kind of like this right here, this little piece right there behind him. That's, that kind of plays along with the different variants, and like how it's aligned, if it's like fine sculpted or soft sculpted and so forth. Now you do have one Hong Kong where the country of origins just placed a little higher, or it's a little lower, so you do have that. So I want to say that there's about 3 variants right there, mostly straight eyes, curved eyes, and then the country of origins is a higher or lower. And then you do have one where there's just no country of origin, that's just pretty much all by himself. So that's pretty much it right there. Really awesome. But like I said, man, that variant, there are unique variants, and like I said, and it really has to go into the nitty gritty details of his belt, his collar, and then I guess if you want to say that little backpack portion of the AT-AT commander. But really awesome figure there. And so those are it right there, the 5 that I just recently got pretty much graded. And yeah, man, I'm surprised that they started, like, it just came out of nowhere. They just, shipped this back to me, and so that's really good news, because I still got stuff, from AFA that I'm just waiting on, that was supposed to be here. And then of course I still got stuff, I'm mostly sending a lot of my modern vintage collection over to Collector Archive Services, just because I really like that 30-day turnaround, and for pretty much this, same price or whatnot. But anywho, I'm gonna be working on a video, like I said. I don't know if you watched that last video, but I do want to do a comparison of Collector Archive Services with AFA, and so I'm gonna do a little experiment and send 2 to AFA and then 2 to Collector Archive Services. But I'm just waiting for pretty much everything that I have outstanding in grading right now with those companies to get back, so I can start fresh and then send to, and then I'm gonna do a video. So it's kind of like a video that's gonna be in the works, and it's gonna take a while, but I kind of just want to do a super duper, like, in-depth, kind of detail of AFA and Collector Archive Services, and kind of let you guys know, like I said, it's not meant to bash any of the companies, but it's just to let you know, hey, what I'm saying, this is the cost of sending these 2 figures, this is the cost, this is the timeline, this is what you're getting for your money, and blah blah blah. And then talk about their current promotions, what they got, like their memberships, like AFA, they have like a membership where you can get like 10% off all your submission orders. Collector Archive Services does the same thing, but they also give you like freebies. So like your first Star Wars figure, loose graded stuff could get graded for free, what I'm saying, stuff like that. But anyways, I'm gonna be working on that. But this is pretty much it, man. So thanks for hanging out, thanks for checking out the channel, thank you for watching, thank you for the support, and I will definitely talk to you guys in the next video.